Good morning. I'm quite a bit earlier today, I guess 7 minutes. I have no explanation for this. So if you're watching and recording, just fast forward 7 minutes to the start of the actual practice. Otherwise, you can just hang out here and enjoy. Good morning, Gina. Don't worry about commenting. I know somehow you cannot do it anymore. I'm glad you're here. Good morning, Mariella. Mariella, if you can... Oh, okay, good. So you can see it, because I'm getting some weird messages, so I'm not even sure if the video is still going or not. Oh, it's been fun to be without intranet. Well, all right, it is time for us to start, and I just want to make a disclaimer, as usual for the past few days, that I am using my... This is today. Yeah, Mariella, it's today, so of course after Delta. So I am using my cell phone data, and I have no idea if it's working well or not. It's very unstable. So if suddenly the broadcast stops, I will do the meditation, the reflection for today, a little bit later today after my classes. And I apologize in advance, but I hope that we can still go through it without interruptions. So take a comfortable position. As always, take a few moments to acknowledge all the circumstances of your practice, both internal and external. As you pause, inhabit this pause with all your senses. Today we continue our exploration of the yoga's ethical practice of AHIMSA, or non-violence. I'll remind you how the Yoga Sutra for AHIMSA goes. Being firmly grounded in non-violence creates an atmosphere in which others can let go of their hostility. As we have already established in the first 3 days reflecting on this practice, violence usually stems from fear. Fear of the unknown, instinctual fear of keeping ourselves alive, fear of being ourselves, fear of not being ourselves. And sometimes consciously we feel like we are completely fearless. But our actions and our reactions to people and situations show quite a different story, quite a different picture. A lot of our fears are buried so deep in the subconscious, coming from childhood, even if it was a happy one, coming from traumatic events, etc. And when we suppress them, when we are afraid to even look at them, the knot of our confusion becomes tighter and tighter. And instead of trusting the vast openness in front of us, we get more and more buried under the fears we don't even recognize consciously. And we barely give ourselves a chance to come up for fresh air. In contrast, when we allow ourselves to look into our own darkness, yes, it may feel very scary at first, but then miraculously we're healed little by little. We start to understand ourselves better. We start to understand the world around us better. We feel interconnected, less violent to ourselves and others in thought, word, or actions. And today I want to read another chapter from Mark Nepo's Book of Awakening, and then we'll do a short practice, kind of like quantum jumping, but not quite, so that we can start exploring our own darkest fears. Mark Nepo writes, "Seeing into darkness is clarity. This is called practicing eternity. Fear gets its power from our not looking at either the fear itself or what it is we're afraid of. Remember that attic or closet door behind which something terrifying waiting from your childhood. And the longer we didn't look, the harder it was for us to open that door. As a boy, this obsessed me until I would avoid that part of the house altogether. But finally, when no one was home, I felt compelled to face the unknown. I stood before that attic door for the longest time, my heart pounding. It took all my small inner boy's strength to open it. I waited at the threshold and nothing happened. I inched my way in and stood in the dark even longer until my breathing slowed, and to my surprise, my eyes grew accustomed to the dark. Pretty soon, I was able to explore the old musty boxes and found pictures of my grandfather, the only one in the family that I am like. Seeing those pictures opened me to aspect of my spirit. It seems whatever the door, whatever our fear, be it love or truth, or even the prospect of death, we all have this choice again and again, avoiding that part of our house or opening the door and finding out more about ourselves, but by waiting until what is dark becomes seeable. So today, let's just go and stand in front of that door of your deepest, darkest fear. Don't even name it yet. You may not know what it is. And you may not find out today. We'll continue this tomorrow. Right now, just like in quantum jumping, Visualize that you are standing at the top of the staircase, 10 steps down. I'll count from 10 to 1, and with each count, you will step down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're at a deeper level of mind. The stairs representing the passage between the conscious mind and the subconscious. Look around and find a hallway with one door or perhaps many doors, and just look at them and see which door you are most afraid to open. When you find it, come up to it. We're not going to open it today. Just stand there, breathing nice and slow. And get accustomed to the door itself, to the threshold. Scan your body and notice what it is you're feeling. What are your sensations right now? Maybe your heart is pounding, maybe you have some kind of knot in your stomach, maybe your knees grow weak. Knowing that behind that door there is your deepest, darkest fear that you may not even be consciously aware of. Put your hand on the doorknob. Again, knowing that we're not going to open it today. Just exploring the outside of it. Maybe you touch the door, notice its texture. Again, connect with the feelings in your body, the sensations that you're experiencing right now. And perhaps in your mind, there are some thoughts, some ideas of what it is that could be behind that door, what it is that you are deeply afraid of. Let those thoughts be. Don't overanalyze. Don't try to find out what it is. We will do it tomorrow. For today, just collect some courage to stand on the threshold of the unknown. The threshold over which you will allow yourself to finally know your deepest, darkest fear. If the sensations are overwhelming, you can place your hand on your heart and tell yourself, it's all right, I'm safe. I don't have to step through this door today. I will do it when I'm ready. And then turn around and go back to the staircase. I'm going to count from 1 to 10. And we're going to go back up to the conscious mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're back here with me in this moment. Take a few nice breaths. Scan your body once again. Notice what's going on. And as you go through your day today, if your thinking returns to this little practice we did, and you become curious as to what it is behind that door, let your thoughts be there. Just don't overanalyze. Remind yourself that we will open the door tomorrow. Today, focus on finding courage to do something that you would typically not do. Something you're afraid to do. But not big, something small. And if you do it, if you find the courage to do it, thank yourself and celebrate it. And if you don't find the courage to do whatever you're scared of, however small it is, don't get discouraged. Just tell yourself, I'll do it when I'm ready. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.